Kimmyhazard, and welcome to Hazard Play. Today we are doing a vlog. Yeah, we're doing a vlog. This is going to be the Get to Know Me challenge because I'm self-absorbed. And I figured why not introduce myself, so that is why we're doing that. So, let's get started so you can learn more about me. My name actually came from my love for biohazards. I really like the symbols for biohazard. I always thought they were really cool. I have a tattoo of biohazard on my hip. It's probably been one of my favorite shapes for, oh God knows how long at this point. And I had wanted to make my gamer tag on Xbox something to do with biohazards, but trying to make biohazard my gamer tag without adding a bazillion numbers at the end was obnoxious. So I thought, why not add my name to it? So since Kim is 3 letters and so is bio, why not call myself Kimmhazard? It was cool, but it didn't really have a cool ring to it. It was just like, alright, you know, Kimmhazard, whatever. But then I decided why not add a little bit more to that and give it another like extra syllable or two, and ended up with Kimmyhazard. And it's been that way for at least 6 or 7 years now. I'm actually not a YouTuber. For those of you that know me, this is actually completely out of my element. I'm more on Twitch, and really I started this channel to do Let's Plays that you can't really do on Twitch. Things that, you know, you want to have a full experience without interacting with people, and you want to be able to interact on a different level. But I did get into Twitch thanks to Rissa Rants and, you know, our streamings on Fridays of Risky Gaming, so that eventually turned into YouTube as well. Yeesh, this is a hard one. Let's see, I play video games and I have a lot of different loves for video games for different reasons, so I have a ton of games that I just are on my list of things I love. For a favorite game series, I would definitely go with Gears of War. I've loved that series since it came out, and I've been a huge fan of it. I have a tattoo on my foot for Gears of War. I have the Crimson Omen. I mean, if you can, well, you can't really see behind me, but I have Gears of War all over my walls. I have Lancers, the replica Lancers. I just love Gears of War. So that's definitely my favorite series. For favorite, like, old school type game, Maniac Mansion for the NES was probably one of my favorite games that I've ever played, ever. It's also one of the first games I've ever played, so a lot of fun there. And, of course, you know, I like games like Kingdom Hearts, and more recently, Overwatch has been added to that list. It's just a lot of games that I really like. My older siblings. Growing up, I was exposed to the NES and Atari and a lot of other different unique systems, and I just wanted to be as cool as my older siblings were, because they were playing video games all the time, and I didn't want to be left out, so whatever they did, I had to do too. So, of course, I wanted to play video games, and it's stuck with me ever since. Easy peasy. I would love to make video games. My goal is to become a lead level designer for any game studio that'll have me. I've always had a love for video games, and I've always wanted to somehow incorporate that in my life forever. So when I found out that I could actually make video games and go to school for that, I immediately did it. And, you know, ignoring the amounts of debt from student loans, it's been my favorite thing so far. So I've had such a great time making video games. Currently, I'm working on my first solo game, and I'm really excited to announce that. I have had my name added to a few other titles just to, you know, people I've helped out with, but nothing major. So this is the first time I'm really getting to work with myself and really expand that whole game design type stuff. I love mac and cheese. Anything with cheese I really like. But absolute love mac and cheese. Holy cow, best thing in the world. I could eat it every day and never be sad. As far as drink goes, I would have to say root beer, because there's so many different types of root beer, and I'm not crazy. There's, you know, you got like the creamy type root beer, the rich and full of flavor. You got the crisp and super like smooth type root beer. It's just the best drink. Labyrinth. I am crazy for that movie. I could watch it every day and never be sad. I'm a huge David Bowie fan, and I grew up watching this movie. I love it to death. It is my guilty pleasure. I remember watching this so many times, more times than I care to admit. I really could just watch it for the rest of my life and never be sad. Love it. Great film, 1986, just David Bowie in really tight pants. You know, it's just a great time. Sing along, Jim Henson puppets. It's just a great all-around movie. favorite animals. I like giraffes because they're really tall and silly looking, and I think they're great. And I'm also really short and really silly looking, so maybe we have something in common. I also love bears because they'd be my spiritual animal because they're lazy all the time, and I want to be lazy all the time, and maybe maul someone's face off. Well, it's always really been a toss-up between Thor and Captain America. If we're gonna go with comics, definitely Thor. I like the mix of Norse mythology with my comics. I think that adds an extra depth to it. I also really, really like Thor. I like the whole storyline that they've done with it, and Loki's one of my favorite villains. As far as, like the MCU, Captain America all the way. His movies are awesome. The Winter Soldier is probably my favorite MCU movie of all time. It has such great depth to it. And that's really where that lies, I guess. I love doodling. I never really call myself an artist because that's just too much commitment to the word, but, it also makes me feel sad that I'm not that great of an artist. I do what I do, but I have to say that doodling makes me feel better just saying I doodle because I doodle comics, I do that kind of stuff, so that's my little doodle thing. Other than doodling, I love reading books and comics. My favorite book is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I read it every Thursday because I could never get a hang for Thursdays. And, comics, like I said before, I like Thor. I've been reading a lot of the Avengers series. There's a ton of comics that I could go into and naming, so if you really are curious, you could always just ask and I'll go through it because we don't have enough time on this video to go through what I have. As far as that goes, I also love to cosplay. I like making my own costumes and props and accessories. Recently I cosplayed as the Winter Soldier and I made my own left arm with Warbler and I painted it silver so it looked like the arm, and honestly, it was the best experience ever. I got to meet the actor who plays the Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan. He liked it too, so if he likes it, I guess that's a good thing. So that was a lot of fun. Cosplaying is one of my favorite things to do. I've been doing it since I was 14, and my ability has definitely gotten better as the years go because I've been learning new tricks. I'm meeting a lot of people who gave me a lot of inspiration, so that's where that comes from. I have two cats. I have my cat, who is Harper. I call him Bubba. Bub's Big Bub, Boo Boo, anything that I can think of at the moment starts with a B. I rescued him from a dumpster when he was an itty bitty little baby kitty, and he's just been my little buddy ever since. He's 7 now, and then of course we have my mom's cat, who she named Bruce Wayne, or also known as Batman. He is a terror. We love him to death, but he gets into so much trouble. I have 3 tattoos. I have the Crimson Omen on my foot. I have a Biohazard on my hip because I'm Kimmyhazard. And on my wrist, I know it's upside down, but it is the Avengers logo and it says, "I still believe in heroes." I love traveling to Disney World. Disney World is my favorite place to be. I actually went on a solo trip in 2015 and I had a blast. No one could tell me what to do. I ate what I want. I did whatever I wanted to do, and it was just so much fun. I definitely recommend it if you can go on a solo trip and, be safe, be smart about it, but it was a ton of fun. Alright guys, that wraps it up for me today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. See you next time. Bye!